What's good, y'all? It's your man SamAnt here at Viral Hip Hop News. Go ahead and hit that like button and make sure you hit the notification bell to get all the latest notifications every time I drop a video. Alright, man, I appreciate it. Let's get started. So you see the two brothers we got up top right now, OG, legendary comedian TK Kirkland, and Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton. Now, you may be asking yourself right now what these two brothers have in common. We all know TK Kirkland's name is synonymous for some of the most legendary stories we've ever heard. I think this brother has more stories with his name in it than Jesus Christ himself. If you don't know, he was the one that told Tupac that Brenda has a baby. He also advised Harriet Tubman where to hide out from them devils. And my favorite, he was the brother that sat on the passenger side of the whip when Rodney King got his ass whipped by the LAPD. Now, these are all rumors. I don't know if this is true or not, but his name is synonymous for these stories. So when you hear TK Kirkland's name, obviously, you know you're about to get some laughs, about to scratch your head a little bit and wonder, what in the hell has this brother done, and why is his name in so many stories? He went on the Breakfast Club to talk about Cam Newton in particular. Then he dropped some things on his Instagram about Cam Newton that caught my attention. That's why I want to talk about it right now. In particular about Cam Newton's fashion and men's fashion, to say the less. I'm going to drop the video right now, or the little excerpt of what he said on the Breakfast Club about Cam Newton in particular. Then we'll be back with my 1-2. Stay tuned to the back end of the video to hear that. But without further ado, T to the K, let's go.
LBG. Cam Newton, right, is a member of the LBGTQ, and I'm gonna tell you why. Anytime you get a strong leader wearing scarves and things out in their hair and long purses, they want people like that, just like Antonio Brown.
That's just fashion.
No, that ain't no bad fashion from the hood. We men, and you have to set examples out there for men in this universe because we have too many bad examples. They look up to that man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's going to get to a point, I'm going to start putting something together and start cracking these people over their head because it's that bad for these children.
Wait,
the way that you dress determines that?
It doesn't determine, but when I travel this country and I see men with their pants down, I swear to you, I tell them to put their pants up.
And that's
I'll bring them.
You know, that's a good example because you talk about Cam with the scarves.
Exactly.
But dudes in the hood sagging their pants, that's just...
Listen to me. I tell them, yo, put your pants up. Let me see a mug. Well, I mean, because my kids might be watching. Let me see somebody walk around me with a scarf on. I'll smack them.
What's wrong with the scarf?
Are you for real, babe?
Is masculinity monolithic, though?
Yeah, are you kidding me,
I just think
babe?
that times evolve because, look, we look at...
If Cam Newton was around me, I would smack that motherfucker with that
wearing
scarf
a
on.
scarf?
Why do we care if he wears a scarf?
It's a scarf,
Why do I care?
He ain't wearing a scarf like to be on some fashion. He wearing a scarf because my mother used to wear scarves like
what
that.
What if his hair cold?
Nigga, get a hat. Get a man, and I'm not against gay people. Let's make sure we ain't talking about gay. I'm talking about fashion. When Allen Iverson was wearing mink coats and diamonds, they banned that. They should ban men wearing tight pants.
You cannot tell men what they can and can't wear.
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
I'm gonna tell you something too.
Let me be somewhere and I'm deep with my crew. We taking the scarf.
Why?
I need to speak to you, brother.
TK,
it's a scarf, TK.
I'm shocked at you because, first of all, this fashion has changed so much over the years. We think about, like, even rock stars back in the day, or Prince.
Look
at how
so
Prince...
you was going to beat Prince up? Rick James?
Or Michael Jackson. Look how they used to...
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. And see, that's the
thing.
You
can't do that.
You were OG.
Okay, I respect that. I see what you're saying.
You were OG. Back then, I remember when people used to say the same thing about them. I was a little kid.
Even the Ozzy brothers dressed with the shirt, and I think about
it's
that.
It's fashion. People dress how they want to dress. That has nothing to do...
Okay, maybe I just don't like Cam Newton, but if I see him with that scarf... I see him with that scarf, I'm going to say, yo, can you take that damn scarf off around me? You can put it on when you leave, but you going to take that scarf off around me.
So back in the day, Prince come around you with the pants with the ass out.
Right.
Rick James is another one that in this generation they would say he was
I totally
gender
agree.
fluid.
And it's amazing how when you look at it, you're like, I'm blind to what you see until you just said what you said. With them curls on the cover, you absolutely right.
All I see is history repeating itself.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And
who got more pussy than them?
You absolutely right.
Come on now.
You so right.
There you
so
go,
here's
TK.
my thing. You know, I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. Okay. But I ain't wrong in this shit. I see Cam Newton, I'm going to bust his motherfucking ass.
All right, this is funny as hell. So I got a quick story for y'all. I had a brother that I used to do business with. I used to do some R&B music with. Talented brother. But for some reason, anytime we went on stage, anytime we had a photo shoot, anytime this motherfucker walked in the street, he had a scarf on. Not around his head, not wrapped like we've seen Cam Newton and other people do, but he's had a scarf on. And we used to clown him like, yo, take that loose-ass blouse off your chest. What do you got that scarf on for? Take that feminine-ass scarf off. This was a couple years back when you were allowed to say things like that. People didn't get all sensitive and upset and want to call you this or call you that or call you this or call you that. And TK Kirkland obviously comes from that mold, from that demographic, the 35 and up demographic, where some of these millennials really would not understand what he's talking about. So let me be clear. Do I think that Cam Newton is a part of the LGBTQ community, or do I think he's an ambassador for it? No, I don't. Would I care if he was? No, I wouldn't. But the scarf shit is funny. It's funny as hell. I have to agree with TK Kirkland when it comes to certain things and certain places men go in 2019 with their fashion, man. We talked about Pharrell and the things Larry Johnson had to say about Pharrell's GQ spread, and I didn't have a problem with Pharrell had on the big ass bubble jacket that looked like I don't know if it was a dress or a fucking thing of bubble wrap. I don't know what it was, but a lot of people gave us a lot of heat, a lot of criticism for not totally destroying him because of the agenda set out by Larry Johnson. But I will say this, man. Fashion has gotten crazy. Skinny jeans and shit and the scarves and all this, I can't personally get down with, but I know a lot of people do. And you heard Charlamagne the God and Angela Yee bring up the examples and references of a Michael Jackson, of a Prince, of a Rick James. But these men also had hundreds and hundreds of women around them too. Maybe not so much Michael Jackson. We all heard the rumors that went around about him, unfairly, I might add. But the men that they brought up got thousands of women around them. Now, I'm not saying that the people that wear or put the choice in fashion that they do don't kind of give you the belief or the imagination that it may be something more to their wardrobe than just a fashion statement. But when TK Kirkland just says, no, we have to be represented a little better as men, and he tries to kind of, I don't want to say he backtracked, but he realizes the sensitivity of 2019. He's just preaching strong male masculinity, something that is not promoted anymore, and in all seriousness is a problem. And we've talked about this numerous times on the podcast, how they try over and over again to demasculate us. And when you see a Cam Newton, 6'5", 240 pounds, straight up, this black man sitting up there with scarves on, it gives the wrong impression, and you can see how some people are upset. Now, Cam Newton obviously is unapologetically doesn't care about what people think. He comes out there with all kinds of shit when it comes to fashion every week. I do like his hats. I could dig his hats, I ain't gonna lie. But the scarves and the blouses, I just can't get down with. I don't know. I don't understand it, man. So I get what TK is saying. I understand where he's coming from, even though he might take some backlash for it. You've seen the Breakfast Club host giving him a little backlash for it and him kind of backing off of his statement, even though he said at the end, if he sees Cam Newton, he's slapping that shit off his head, which would be funny as hell to see. I would love these two to just sit down and have a grown man conversation. I'm sure it would be hilarious, but some real shit would be said. Would be a difference in the OG and the young, even though Cam Newton is now in his 30s, he can give some perspective. It would be funny as hell, and I would love to see it. Now, also in that video, and I ain't going to go too hard on my man TK Kirkland right now, but we do know the brother. Met him last year. He's been on the platform before. Would like to consider him a friend, but Charlamagne the God said something in one of his things. It was funny. He said he's had stories for days. He put on so many people out here in the game, but he's also known as a finesser. And when I heard that part, I just had to laugh to myself. Me and Oh God, we laughed to ourselves because, truthfully told, all of our interactions with the brother TK, the OG TK Kirkland, we've been finessed so many goddamn times. I want to call this brother finesser. But he's a grown man, and I'm not going to do that, man. But shout out to the brother TK Kirkland. I'm sure this won't be the last time we have a great conversation with him. Great laughs. I agree with what he said in this, even though he kind of backed off of it. Love to have him on the platform to talk more about it. Funny as hell, man. Y'all also see the various tweets and the various Instagram posts that he's put on his Instagram having fun with Cam Newton. Hey, man, it's all in good fun. We need more of this unapologetically raw comedy. Hey, man, what else can you ask for? Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know right now what you think of what TK Kirkland had to say about Cam Newton. Also in the description box, you'll see links to our Twitter and IG, which you'll also see up top. And make sure you subscribe to the most dangerous podcast out here today, the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. That link is also in the description box right now. Do not wait. Always trying to keep it raw, real, and uncut here at Viral Hip Hop News. Until next time, until next story, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.